Hey guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, today we have yet another product review, but this one is a kind of a funny one. Before we go into the subject though, let me just remind you that the giveaway has ended. I have already selected the winners and I commented back. I replied to your comment. So check your emails for a notification or check your app for a notification. You can also go back to the video, and usually when you comment on a video, your comment will be on top. There were so many comments. I did not expect it, and such lovely messages. I have read all of them, you guys, all of them. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind. 99.9% of you guys left me some really kind words, and it was just very heartwarming, and I would like to thank you very much. Congratulations to the winners. I will announce them after we get in touch. Alrighty, so with that said, let me just show you guys what I got myself. Ta-da! I got a self-watering pot from Wish. You guys, I ordered something from Wish. Now, let me just start by saying that I'm not a Wish shopper. This is the very first thing that I ever ordered from Wish, and I just did it because my boyfriend installed the app and ordered a phone case. And since I was there, I started to look for some self-watering pots. Why not? You never know. And I found something that actually plays on an idea that I had for a self-watering pot. So none of these self-watering pots there really impressed me because, to be quite honest, almost everything we have on the market today comes from there, kind of, or from websites or stores of the sorts. This is quite unique. So first, let me show you my idea. So let me recap really fast for those of you who are new. Before I had my self-watering system, a few months ago actually, I had a semi-hydroponic system. And that implies creating a reservoir within the pot. So most of the pots that I have two little holes on the side, maybe on both of the sides. So I actually tried to cover them. This one uses hot glue. Now that solution works really well for the pots that I have on my terrace. However, the problem with these ones, first of all, they don't look all that great. I did my best to try to make them flush. They're just not flush. Second, I put a little plastic band here for added strength, but when I put my pot inside, it gets snagged by this and it just sits wonky. That's second. And third, I don't trust that what I did here will totally be leak proof. I have a lot of electricity on my shelves, lights and so on, and I would just be too worried. Reason why I just decided to purchase masks. I know, very expensive, but you know, it's better to be safe. However, I did try to create a few of these pots, and even though I don't like them and I don't use them, there is something good about them. This translucent material, and it works better when you put it against the light, kind of shows you where the level of the water is. So at some point I was thinking, what if I come up with an idea to make some holes that would actually indicate the level of water in my reservoir, because my reservoirs don't have gauges or anything, they're DIY pots. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I can use the glue gun, but how do I make it safe? Can I use a different material, maybe a plastic? Can I use super glue? Is super glue watertight? Is it gonna be safe? Because I don't want to make something that is not safe and so on. So my idea was having a sort of visual sign, very tiny visual sign on the mask directly to let you know the level of water. So I had that idea of creating those little holes in the mask as a visual cue, and it coincided with the time that I actually looked on Wish for a pot, and lo and behold, this self-watering pot has pretty much what I wanted to do, but in a different way, has a visual cue directly on the mask. So I had to order one and test it out and see what's what, see if it actually works. So today we're gonna take a look at this pot, pot something in it, and see if it works. So straight from the bat, as I already knew with Wish products, because yes, I do watch other videos on YouTube, transport and packaging and all of that will be pretty poor. This guy was packed in very flimsy polystyrene. I don't even know if it was polystyrene. It was a very thin material, a little cushioning, and then a bag. And as a consequence, I have damage on my pot, and I'm pretty sure this happened on transport. It's actually pretty scratched here. I tested the pot though, it doesn't leak, so that's good, but maybe I was lucky. So when it comes to packaging, I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting a box at least, but no. It came without a box, it came in a bag, hanging on for dear life, and that was about it. Luckily though, I don't seem to have any other damage except that little kink there. So that's one. Packaging, I would definitely not send something like this the way it was packaged. Apart from that though, let's just look at the materials. If you are acquainted with self-watering pots, this will come as no surprise. We have an interior pot, and the plastic is not all that bad. Now, I don't suspect it's UV resistant and all of that because I don't even have a mark telling me what type of plastic this is. If it's polypropylene or something, I don't know. It's a mystery. So don't use this for veggies and something you intend to consume in any way, because we don't know if this plastic is safe. It might actually leach out stuff. That's another drawback, but hey, again, I knew what I was getting myself into. I just wanted to see the concept and the design. Other than that, I have to say I really like the cone here. It looks a lot like a lechuza, to be fully honest. I do have some more drainage holes at the bottom here. It looks okay. This is theoretically where you should put water if you don't want to water from above. We don't have that issue, but for example, for African violets, I can see how you would want to avoid the crown area, right? So it has that. The colors it comes in are varied. I chose green, and lo and behold, it's one of the most translucent things you've ever seen. This thing will accumulate algae. Hoping that the green color or light will limit algae, something like red or blue might be a little bit worse. Reason why I went with green, but I'm pretty sure we will get some algae inside. So unlike the lechuza pots, which obviously are more expensive, this is a very translucent plastic. It is a pretty sturdy plastic. I don't know what type of plastic it is, so I wouldn't use it with certain things, that's all. And about the gauge, or actually the little visual sign here, I'm really hoping it's not gonna leak. The orchid that I'm gonna work with today, I'm gonna put it at the edge of my shelf, and I'm gonna put some tissue or something beneath because, you know, quality-wise, it's not very quality-wise. But yeah, we're just gonna test it anyway, in case you've ever wondered how it is and you're thinking of buying it. I chose a medium size. There is a smaller size and a bigger size at this seller. I'm guessing there are multiple sellers who sell this model. So overall, not all that bad. It could have been a lot worse, but not all that good either. So now let's choose a candidate for our little pot. And would you look at that, we have a candidate which is not a Phalaenopsis. It's a Paraphalaenopsis. Close, right? Actually, I don't have a Phalaenopsis that can fit into this pot. It's a little bit too tiny. I was expecting it to be at least the size of a standard Phalaenopsis pot. It barely is, to be fully honest. So I will go for the Labukensis because I really needed to repot her in something else, something that would be a little heavier. And she also is residing on a shelf that has no electric things underneath, so even if stuff leaks, I don't have anything underneath other than the floor, so I do believe it's a good match. So let's unpot the orchid and pot it in the new pot. Now, one thing you will notice is that this pot does not work with the wick, which is nice because this is actually a bigger reservoir that can be full with water. Obviously, roots will go there. So you kind of need to pick the orchid, I guess. Maybe something that actually does enjoy a lot of moisture, and this one does. It actually has pretty robust roots, and she was sitting in semi-hydro for quite a while before I transferred her to self-watering, so I know that her roots are adapted. But being that we do have quite a lot of water here, I believe there will be a process or some adaptation time. So let's see what we're working with here. Oh, quite a long root. So she's already very adapted to very high moisture. This is not a very big root producer anyway. The reason why I want to repot her, it's because of her weight, not because she started to grow out of the pot, although she did kind of push up a little bit. But this girl is becoming super heavy and I just don't want her to tumble over. So now I'm going to place the medium that she came with in the reservoir, and then this root, let's see, I'll just swirl it like it was. Just sit it on the bottom of this pot. I'm going to absolutely reuse the medium. So the medium I had in this pot was almost enough for everything, but not really. So I'm just gonna top it off with fresh LECA. And one thing that I do with my orchids repotted in fresh LECA is actually soak them. This is just tap water that I use to flush my orchids. I'll tell you in a second why I like to soak them. There we go. This is because I keep my LECA in water. I prepare it before using it, and this stuff is full of either dust, either salts that the LECA had. Even though I changed the water a few times, I like to just soak it yet again, just remove the excessive debris and whatever I had from the LECA. So I'm gonna go over the sink right now and remove this water because I don't let it sit. I just like to flush it, that's all I do. And I'll come back when I will put osmosis water. And here we have my orchid potted. I will fill the reservoir with osmosis water, and I'll give you a super zoom in just so we see that reservoir filling up. Let's see if it actually is visible. Yep, I would say that was very visible. I hope on camera it translates as well, and the quantity of water that the pot can hold is pretty impressive and slightly scary because in case leakage, there's gonna be a lot of water leaking, but it's okay. So here we have it. This is my orchid. Design-wise and idea-wise, it's pretty freaking cool. I don't know if there's a patent already on this one, if somebody actually makes it, if there's a company and this is a dupe, which is a high possibility. I've never seen it. And you know how it is. You have an idea, but somebody else had it before you. But anyway, it's okay. So I don't know if there is an original creator for this. If there is one, please let us know down below because I am all pro in crediting original creators. This is just something that I found on Wish by accident. And obviously if I do like the idea, I would feel a lot more comfortable purchasing this from a more, I don't know how to say this, with a company that takes some responsibility in case something is wrong, you know, because it would be a shame for this thing to leak and spoil furniture or electric appliances, God forbid, and stuff of the sorts. So this is where I'm coming from. But yeah, the reason why I didn't purchase, ooh, hold on. Okay, this is a little wet and I actually removed the water. I don't know if it's leaking. Let's give it a few minutes. I'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, so for whatever reason, this area right here feels damp. It might just be condensation. I'm not gonna freak out over it, but I will put a dish under it. So what I'll do is I will go and start to edit this video, and after I'm almost done with the video, I'll come back in the grow space and see if it leaked. I'll make a pop-up on the screen right now. So there we have it. We're gonna see if it leaks there, but this is what I'm saying. I'm nervous about this thing, but like I said, the idea is good. I know I'm gonna have a lot of algae. I would have definitely done it otherwise, but most probably production cost would have been higher. So anyway, yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. And as I was saying, let me know if you've ever seen something similar, if you know if there is an original company who created this style or this idea. And of course, I will definitely share with you down below the link to the product on Wish. And just for the record, I didn't mention, but I think it's implied, this is not sponsored or endorsed in any way. It just happens to be me buying something from Wish, my first thing ever. And you see what I buy, stuff for orchids. Alrighty guys, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this and you've enjoyed spending time with me this weekend. Make sure to check the giveaway, make sure to check if you won and to reply to my comment. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. Love you guys so much, and again, thank you for all of your beautiful words and kind words. They mean a lot to me. And yeah, you know the drill. Like or dislike this video below, subscribe to my channel for regular orchid videos, tutorials, and other orchid related topics. And if you like YouTube to notify you whenever I upload a new video, just turn on notifications for my channel. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!